Hello again and welcome back. Now in this lecture, we are going to install the Pixel on our Woocommerce store. So if you already have Pixel installed or you followed the previous lecture and you already installed Pixel on your Shopify, you can safely skip this lecture. But if you have a Woocommerce and you haven't installed the Pixel yet, then follow along with me and we're gonna get that done. So let's dive in. Now, you may or may not have skipped the previous lecture, but I want to quickly recap why we're installing the Facebook Pixel. Basically, I call it our very best friend when it comes to creating Facebook ads because it does several things for us. The number one thing it does is that it helps us track the people who we are delivering ads to. Now, the benefit with that is that by tracking people, we get to understand who are the people who are actually interested in our ads, who are actually buying our ads, and how do we know when someone has added to cart? The only way to know that is by tracking them, and that is what the Facebook Pixel does. Now, Facebook has massive amounts of algorithms and very clever algorithms with tons and tons of data on tons and tons of people. By allowing Facebook's Pixel to save the information about your specific customers, well, then Facebook can help you with more accurate targeting towards the audience that are more likely to purchase from you. And that is one of the biggest reasons why we're installing the Pixel, because Facebook's targeting algorithms are just going to get better and better. When it comes to Facebook and you decide to go for conversion ads and you decide to go for purchases, what you decide on is what you get. If you decide to get traffic, you're going to get traffic. If you decide to get clicks, you're going to get clicks. And if you optimize to get conversions or purchases rather, you are going to get purchases. So the algorithms are very smart, and Pixel is what makes it so smart by saving and giving that information to Facebook. And finally, we can do something known as dynamic ads and retargeting ads that has up towards 10 times higher success rate, 10 times higher conversion rate from those specific ads. And the way it works is that if someone goes to your website, maybe checks out some of your products, clicks on it but doesn't purchase, then we can retarget them, simply showing that specific product that they checked out in a new ad wherever we might decide to put it. And in this specific strategy, that is going to be the mobile news feed on Facebook, right? So we allow Facebook to gather the data on our audience so that they can help us better and more accurately target the audience that are going to want to purchase our product. Invaluable, super important, right? So enough about that. Let's go ahead and actually install the Facebook Pixel on our Woocommerce. Now, the first thing that we're gonna do is start in our ads manager right here. Then we're gonna go up where it says business tools here, and then we're gonna go down to where it says events manager. Now, your screen is going to be a little bit different because you haven't installed any Pixel yet, right? But we already installed one for Shopify. So there's going to be a blue button on the middle here. You can just click on that one. I'm going to go ahead and click on connect data sources right here because we already have one connected, but we're going to end up in the same place, all right? And now we're going to get to this screen. Now, your screen is going to be looking a little bit differently, and that is because you haven't installed a Pixel before, right? So there's going to be a blue button right here that you can connect that says something like Connect Data Source. So click on that button. I'm going to go ahead and click on Connect Data Sources right here, but we're going to end up in the very same place. And then we're going to choose Web. Now, if you're wondering why things are looking a little bit differently here, it's because I'm now installing on a different account. When you're using a normal account the way that you are right now, you can only install one Pixel per account. But when you're using a business manager, you can install plenty. There's no reason to use business manager because we're going to use this to drive traffic for our store, so we're not going to need multiple pages, all right? So no need to worry about why mine is looking differently. We don't need all of those extra features. We don't need a business manager. None of that stuff. All we need to do is connect the data source and then go ahead and click on Web. And I'm going to show you how to install this on Woocommerce, right? And then we're going to go ahead and click on Get Started. Now we're going to choose the Facebook Pixel, of course. And then we're going to click on Connect. And then we're going to name our Pixel. I'm going to call this Woocommerce Pixel. You could call it just your name store Pixel. Now I'm going to use this on my girlfriend's website that is called heypresets.com. So you could just then call it Hey Presets. But for this demonstration, I'm just going to call it Woocommerce Pixel. Then we're going to write in HTTPS the website. HTTPS. We're going to write heypresets.com just like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and click on continue. Now, once again, we're gonna click on use a partner. Now, there's no need to install the code manually. There are already programs and plugins made for these kind of store platforms such as Woocommerce and Shopify, so there's no need to go the long way. So we're gonna click on use a partner. Now, there's gonna be an additional benefit to this as well, and I'm gonna show you what that is. Now, scrolling down, we're gonna find Woocommerce, and then we're gonna click right there. And then now we are going to install a plugin on our Woocommerce. First of all, we're gonna have to download the plugin. If you do not see a download button, then you need to make sure that you have deactivated your ad blocker, right? If you're using a Brave browser, you're gonna want to go up here and make sure that the shields are down for this side. But if you're using some other ad blocker, just turn that ad blocker off. You click this away and then you click on continue pixel setup, and we'll be right back to where we are, okay? So we're gonna go and download this plugin. I'm just gonna hit download right there and it's gonna download. And then I'm gonna save it. Now, something that I want you to know, this is super important to remember. Later on in the course, there's going to be a section called catalog setup. You do not need to do that lecture. You can skip it, because when we're installing Pixel for our Woocommerce, we're automatically going to get a Facebook catalog that comes with that. We don't need to go through what that is right now, but basically that is saving all of our different products that we have to Facebook so that we can then do our retargeting automatically later. I'm going to show you how that works later on, right? But just know that you can safely skip the catalog setup lecture later on in the course when you're installing the Facebook Pixel this way for Woocommerce, one of those great benefits of Woocommerce. So we downloaded it. Now what we want to do is go to the back end of our website, right? We're gonna go down until we find plugins, and then we're gonna click on add new. Then I'm gonna click on upload plugin. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and grab this one, and then I'm gonna let it go right here. And then I'm gonna hit install now. Now you can also click on choose file and just find it. I just find this to be an easier way. So now the plugin has been installed successfully. We're gonna need to click on activate plugin. And then we're gonna move on to up here where it says complete the setup steps. And if you don't see this one, just scroll down to where it says WooCommerce Facebook Pixel and click on settings. But you're probably gonna see this. We're gonna click on complete the setup steps. And then from here, it's very easy. All we're gonna do is move down and we are going to click on get started, all right? So this is where we get a couple of additional features, right? We get to add in our Facebook page, we get to install the Facebook Pixel, and then we also get to import our products. This is why we can skip later on the catalog setup lecture, all right? For the Shopify users, they're gonna have to do that setup manually, and we're gonna go through that. So we're gonna click on next. So now we're gonna want to connect our Facebook Pixel to our Facebook page. Now, we already created a pixel, right? And we already connected that to our R&J Deals Facebook page that we created in the very beginning. And you can only have one pixel per Facebook page. So that means that I had to create a dummy Facebook page just for this example, but you of course choose your own Facebook page that you created specifically for this example. And then we're gonna go ahead and click on next. And then we're just gonna go ahead and choose our pixel. Now you're not gonna have this problem, right? Because there's already a pixel on this site. Makes sense. We're gonna install a new one just to show you how it works to install for WooCommerces. So you're probably not gonna get this error. You choose the pixel that you're gonna use and then go ahead and click on next. And now, because you have a WooCommerce and you have a bunch of products here, right? Then you can automatically import all of those to your inventory, or rather to your Facebook catalog. Now, normally you have to do this manually or use a feed, but because we're using a plugin, we're getting this kind of on the purchase, or that just comes with this plugin. So that's fantastic. So we're absolutely gonna leave this on, and then we're gonna hit finish. And there we go, it's done. So then I'm just gonna go ahead and hit continue. So then we're done. We can go ahead and check out the advanced options. We can see that we connected a Facebook page. We have installed a pixel. Right now we installed a previous one, but you're gonna install the pixel that you wrote up, because that would be a brand new one connected to your specific website and your specific Facebook page. And then you also imported your products. Well, once this is done, it's done. We can click this down. So once that's done, we can return here. We can click on continue, can make sure that we did everything that we were supposed to. Of course we did, it's just that we went on our own, right? Rather than following this tutorial, but here is a perfectly fine tutorial. But the important part is going to be to make sure that it actually works. So here you're gonna have a different options that's gonna ask you to send traffic. Right in your website, click on send traffic, and once you're there, make sure that all of your ad blockers are turned off. Now mine is inactive because I'm installing on a page that already has a pixel, and because I'm using a different account with a new pixel, these options are getting a little bit skewed, but they're gonna ask you to send traffic. Right in your website, send the traffic, make sure all of your ad blockers are down. Then once you're in that website, it's gonna open up. Close it down, come back, make sure you're getting the green light that is activating. Then click on continue, no need to worry about set up the events, and then it's gonna be down. And you can click this one down and you have successfully installed the pixel for your WooCommerce. Super fast, super easy. And should you be prompted at some point during this installation to log in with your personal account because they need some information about, for example, your Facebook page, then don't worry about it. Simply log in. It's going to connect to your personal page. It's going to get access to your Facebook page, and it's going to know who you are and connect to your Ads Manager account. So just follow the instructions. They made it super easy, and now it's installed for WooCommerce as well. Fantastic job. Let's move on to the next lecture and get started with our strategies. And of course, Business Tools, Ad Manager. Now we're ready. See you in the next lecture.